Hey gamers, this is Liz Davidson from Beyond Solitaire, and I know you haven't heard from me in a while, but that is because I have been moving. So for those of you who don't follow me on other forms of social media, the big announcement is that I took a job at Leader Games that I'm starting on Monday. I'm going to be their solo game specialist. And so I have made a major career change, and in conjunction with that, I've also made a major location change. So this is my first video from St. Paul, Minnesota, where my boyfriend and I have moved to start over, hopefully one more time. And, I'm taking my dream job in the game industry. So I'm really excited about it. But as you can see, things around here are a little bit bare bones. I'll probably make a few videos about what it's like to move with a board game collection, because I'm sure that multiple people who would watch this channel have also had that particular issue. But this is basically a channel check-in. So as I've mentioned, I've relocated across the country, I'm starting a new job, and that's also gonna need to lead to some changes on the channel. So Beyond Solitaire is definitely sticking around. I love making YouTube videos. I love interacting with y'all. There's no way I'm gonna quit that. However, I do want to point out that I can't do quite the same line of things that I was doing before, because I have crossed fully from being, somebody who's in the board game industry as media to somebody who is now in the board game industry as a game designer, as somebody who's on the publishing end of things. And so I'm still kind of working through what exactly that's going to mean for Beyond Solitaire, but it will mean a few things. First, I want to reassure everybody, the podcast is here to stay. I love doing the podcast. It makes me really happy. That's not going anywhere, and I'm about to start cooking up season 9 in the next couple of weeks here. So rest assured, the Beyond Solitaire podcast and all my historical projects are absolutely fine, here to stay. If anything, we're going to bump them up a little bit. One thing that's going to have to go, however, is critical game reviews, because if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have had concerns about how to report honestly on games for a long time, for years in this industry. And while Leader Games is placing no restrictions on any kind of videos I choose to make because they're cool like that, I personally don't feel comfortable making reviews, because I kind of feel like at this point I'd be somebody who had a publisher reviewing the competition. There's something about that that's just not quite right. And so I don't feel comfortable doing reviews the way that I used to. So I know that a lot of you liked my reviews, and I appreciate that. I'm going to try to fill the void in a couple of different ways. One, I actually do still like to review things because it's fun. So I'll probably be doing video game reviews. And also I'm thinking about doing a series that I'm going to call Archival Reviews. And that's going to be where I look at games that are out of print. Like I've got some old war games that are on the moving truck that are just hard to get now. And I thought it might be kind of fun to review them and look at modern wargaming and, really give good coverage of that sort of stuff. That'd be kind of neat. We're also kind of going back to maybe an earlier stage of Beyond Solitaire's life, where my reviews were going onto the Dice Tower, but my playthroughs and tutorials were staying on my channel. So there's nothing to stop me from doing playthroughs and tutorials, and so that I will absolutely continue to do. I think actually in some ways I may enjoy it more because I can spend more time with games. There's less of a need to do churn through different content because my channel will be evolving into something a little bit different from that. So I'm really excited that Mage Knight has an expansion coming out. That's one of my favorite games. I've never gotten to play it enough on this channel. So I'm thinking, I'm going to pre-order the expansion, and then the month in the lead up, I'm going to play a bunch of Mage Knight and then do the expansion. I'm excited for Elder Scrolls to come out because I've been editing everything. And so once a copy of that game eventually hits my table, then I will be able to play a whole lot of that because I'll be primed to do it. And I have all the time in the world to play whatever I want now, except for the time that I work. And, my life as a designer is really starting to ratchet up. And so I think that I will also be doing a lot more videos about design and my design process and different projects that I have going on, updates on those, the research that's going into them. So, I'll be able to talk a lot about kind of a new aspect of my gaming life that's really starting to take center stage now. So overall, this is a really exciting time, I think, in the life of the channel, but it's also a time of change. So I'll be very interested in y'all's input as I move forward, but do know I'm super excited because I'm taking my dream job. I'm going to go in on Monday and start working full time on that Oath expansion. Super pumped. I'm absolutely continuing my channel, and I've been thinking about ways to keep things exciting and to keep my satisfaction and also yours high as we go forward. And ultimately, games are now my full-time thing, so I guess I'll be talking about games even more than ever. Also, it seems like my internet connection here is pretty good, definitely better than in my previous apartment, so that may also open up the way for streaming and some other exciting stuff. For now, however, you're just going to kind of get some board game moving updates because we've been here since July 1st. My stuff got picked up on June 26th, and I'm filming this on July 13th, and I still don't have my stuff. So hopefully it'll come soon, and we can talk about like unpacking board games and how I'm doing my new setup and everything. But for now, there's not a lot to set up, so you'll just get other kinds of updates from me. But everyone who's out there, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for those of you who are with me this whole time. Thank you for all my Patreon supporters. I know that I talk to y'all a lot on Discord, but you should know I really appreciate you, both your moral and financial support, especially in the middle of moving and taking a bit of a pay cut. And, you know, here we all go into an exciting future. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy gaming.